Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Lofi here, and fuck. Yeah, so it's pretty obvious by now that YouTube it's just pretty much just screwed. There's been problem after problem and issue after issue. I mean, I don't even want to get into the Suzy Lou situation. Literally every commentator has made a video about that, so I'm not going to. But basically, to sum it all up, YouTube doesn't care about the creators that make YouTube what it is and that have made YouTube what it is today. They just care about the creators that are brand friendly and all the famous people from Hollywood and moving on to YouTube. That's all they care about. And I have proof of that right here in this article written by Tom Parker from Reclaim the Net, which I'll link in the description in case you want to go look at that yourself. But YouTube has become increasingly hard to even do and be expressively creative on this platform with all the restrictions that Susan Wojcicki and her trustee of boomers have put upon all of us creators on YouTube. Big or small, it doesn't matter. Really, if you're a smaller channel, you're getting even more screwed because it's become pretty much impossible to grow your channel and still be able to do the things you want to do. That is, if your content isn't just family-friendly, no-swearing gaming or slime videos. Like, it's so bad, man. I'm not just talking about the unfair demonetization or the abuse of copyright that several people have been doing for literally years. Now, apparently, Susan Wojcicki is trying to ban all controversial content on YouTube. And honestly, I really wish I was joking. I really wish this was a bit that I was playing before I get into the real video, but no, this is actually happening. It's all right here in this article that I'm about to read off of for you guys. YouTube CEO promises crackdown on controversial content. Wow, it's not like they've been trying to do that since Leafy left. But apparently he's back now, which is honestly, I don't even know what's going on with that. But anyways, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki has given an update on the platform's approach to finding and removing what she deems to be controversial content and how it will tighten up the policies that surround it. First of all, what is controversial content? What does that mean? That is so subjective and extremely vague. Because what one person might find controversial, another person might find to just be average and normal. They might not find it that way. Controversial topics differ to each person and their different views on whatever the topic is. So my first and foremost question is, what is controversial content? What qualifies as controversial content, and who gets to decide what that type of content is? I mean, it's pretty obvious that by controversial content, she means commentary channels. She wants to get rid of commentary channels because who else makes controversial content other than, you know, commentary channels and J Station? Those are literally the only people that make quote-unquote controversial content on YouTube still. Ever since the first adpocalypse and demonetization first became a thing, YouTube has been trying to push commentary out of the platform. But at least for the past couple years, they've been trying to do it subtly by making little changes here and there, not even little, big changes in their policies to try to make it to where people like me can't do what we want to do the way we want to do it. Like, as I'm pretty sure that you might have noticed, I haven't really cursed in this video, and now I guess that's not enough. YouTube just is putting their foot down and being like, you know what? Controversial content, commentary channels, you guys are about to be gone, officially. Because everything that you guys do is too quote-unquote controversial. Now we all know that you're gonna have some extremely PC uptight boomer that's gonna make the decision on what's controversial and what's not. Now, as I said before, what's controversial is subjective to each person and their beliefs. So, what I find controversial might not be what somebody else finds controversial. I could see a video on fucking My Little Pony, and because I don't like that video, because that video makes me uncomfortable, that could be considered controversial because that topic makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it. So that makes it a whole controversial topic because I specifically feel like it is. And that's literally how controversial topics and controversial content works. It's specific and it's subjective to each person and their beliefs. Now, that's just when it comes to smaller instances. I know that was probably like a really bad example. Something that would be better would probably be politics. If you like Donald Trump or not. So say, like, for example, you had a YouTuber who was expressing their political views and they're like, you know what, I support Donald Trump. A lot of people don't like Donald Trump. So if the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, doesn't like Donald Trump and she sees that video and that person's YouTube channel and how much they support Trump, she could just be like, you know what, because I don't like Trump, your channel's gone. Because you decided to talk about something too controversial according to whatever my set of rules are. Which again, stem from personal beliefs. Now, of course, there are widely known controversial topics like anything that has to do with the LGBT community and politics. That's anybody can tell you those are highly controversial topics and will always result in an argument whenever you talk about them. But my main concern is What about the little things? Like when I gave that example about the My Little Pony bullshit earlier. What about the little instances? What about something that might not be that controversial, but it still kind of is because there's a small community of people that might be against this specific thing or whatever I'm talking about, whatever the video is about. And that is what worries me. Wojcicki made the comments during an interview with NBC reporter Dylan Byers when he asked whether she worries that content moderation will be a forever problem for YouTube. Wojcicki told Byers that YouTube had a very clear social benefit, but added that it will continue scrubbing controversial content from the platform. Yeah, the very clear social benefit that she's talking about is pushing Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel onto the recommended page. Like, I'm serious. You see more already famous people on the trending tab than you do actual YouTubers. That's what they're very clear social benefit is talking about. YouTube wants people like Jimmy Fallon on YouTube. They want already famous people from Hollywood to move on to the internet and onto their platform so they can make money. They don't want them to move onto Instagram or Twitter. They want them to come to YouTube. And it's very clear that YouTube is willing to do whatever it takes to bring these people onto the platform, even if it means shitting on their people that make YouTube what it is. And I'm not just talking about smaller creators. I'm not talking about the fact that PewDiePie didn't get the second season of his show released even though it was already filmed. I'm talking about people having whole charity streams taken down because YouTube doesn't know what the they're doing. Yeah, literally a couple days ago, or I think it was literally yesterday. I'm sorry, my sleep schedule's messed up. I haven't slept in 36 hours. But Jacksepticeye had his charity stream taken down off of YouTube because YouTube can't get their shit together. If people like Jacksepticeye are getting targeted and fucked over, then what do smaller creators like me, what does any creator have to hope for if they're not doing everything specifically to YouTube's high standard code of conduct? We're working really hard to find it and remove it, Wojcicki said, and always, again, like, tighten up those policies. She added, our goal is to be really responsive. Wojcicki also mentioned the 50+ policy changes, blah blah blah, harassment rules. YouTube's hate speech rules were introduced in June 2019 and obliterated many creators' incomes by triggering a mass wave of demonetization on the platform. And YouTube's updated harassment rules, which rolled out in December 2019 and punished creators for language that goes too far, were slammed by creators for killing comedy on the platform and preventing criticism of public figures. This week alone, multiple channels have been demonetized or had their content taken down because YouTube deemed it to be harmful or in violation of its hate speech rules. Now, this is referring to the whole Suzy Lu situation, I'm pretty sure, which, again, I don't want to go over. There's literally thousands of videos on it already. Go look it up. Now, for those of you that are confused about the updated harassment policies that were implemented literally like a couple months ago at the end of 2019 in December, that was I Am Alex's fault. A lot of people don't remember that, but I Am Alex kind of falsely accused his best friend of rape whenever some other chick came out and said, oh my god, he assaulted me, and he hopped on that and falsified a bunch of stuff and made it seem like his friend actually did all of this just so that he could get YouTube views and money. And then Slazzo tried to kill himself and ended up in the hospital, and because of that, YouTube was like, yo, this goes too far, we're gonna put these new policies in. That's I Am Alex's fault, and I feel like a lot of people keep forgetting that he literally did this really shitty fucked up thing, and like YouTube became a lot harder for commentators because of I Am Alex, and he still has a career. That honestly makes me really mad, just personally, because he got away with doing something that had such detrimental consequences to the entire economy of YouTube, and he still has a career. I guess when you're a bisexual commentator, you're basically immortal because you have Twitter stands, so I mean, props to you, bro, for figuring out the code. The ultimate key to being immortal in the commentary community. Not even joking, you should have seen the replies to every tweet that was made about him that was negative. All his, like, Twitter stands were like, you can't do this to my Alex. He's a bisexual icon. I ship him and Will and E. Oh my god, they're such a cute... Like, it was so cringe. I'm not even joking about this. I wish I could find all these tweets, but they're literally from, like, a year ago. I had to search so hard for that one tweet Keemstar made. It took forever, dude. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm not trying to bring up old drama. My point is that YouTube is talking about they're trying to find it and remove it. You've already found it. You've been trying to remove it. You just want to get rid of commentary. The only reason why Susan just hasn't come right out and said, I don't like commentary, it reflects YouTube negatively for the image that we want the world to see, that we want the media to see. Because they know that it would be a shitstorm. There would be so many people leaving the platform in such a short notice that they would lose so much money. They want it to be gradual so they don't lose a significant amount of money. They just want the people who can adapt to stay, and the people who don't want to stay just leave. That's what they want to happen, and it's not gonna happen that way. People that make videos like mine and people who do news stuff like Keemstar, like, they're at risk of this because news channels, they report on what's going on. Sometimes what's going on is extremely controversial. So, I mean, mean, rip all news channels, rip all commentary channels, rip anything that anybody ever has an opinion ever on their YouTube channel, because you can't talk about it anymore. You can't give your opinion on anything. If there's a video game that comes out and, you know, a lot of people have mixed reviews about it, oh, can't talk about it because it's controversial. I feel like what YouTube is trying to do is get rid of drama, YouTube drama. They want to have this fake personified image of excellence, like how Hollywood used to have. Everybody used to think, oh my god, I'm gonna become an actor. Hollywood is so amazing and beautiful. It's so great. Everything's perfect. When in reality, the entertainment industry and acting in Hollywood is extremely, extremely fucked up. Everybody's heard about the whole stuff with like all like everybody like getting sexually assaulted and all these things for like parts in order to like stay on shows and all that. It's really, really messed up. And YouTube is exactly the same way. And I think that Susan Wojcicki doesn't want that to be YouTube's, I guess, face. They don't want drama to be YouTube's face. And they're going about it the entirely wrong way. Just from personal experience, I can tell you, YouTube is just as screwed up as the acting industry. Like, the entertainment industry in general is extremely fucked up. Just from my own personal experience, the things that I've heard, the things that I've seen some people do and say, and like the amount of people I've seen get fucked over by people who appear to be really cool at first. Like, I've witnessed like things happen that I hear about on Drama Alert, man. I've been a part of things, at least I've been on the sidelines watching things like these happen, and I guess YouTube doesn't want these things to be on here anymore. Getting rid of commentary isn't gonna do that. Getting rid of drama channels isn't gonna do that. The things are still gonna be there. The fucked up shit is still gonna happen. There's just gonna be nobody there to call it out. You're gonna have people doing fucked up shit for money and views, while appearing to be all happy and cheerful, but there's gonna be nobody there to call them out. But I guess YouTube doesn't care as long as they make their money, as long as their perfect image is still being held up. It doesn't matter what messed up things happen behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, hey, I made my money. Who cares if a lot of people were scammed and shit on and abused and used? I got my fat paycheck. And the fact that that's the company's mindset right now is honestly really sad. YouTube used to be something. YouTube used to have a special place in everybody's hearts. And I guess that's why everybody's so excited to see Leafy post videos, because it reminds everybody of this nostalgic time when YouTube was, I guess, in a sense, good. And I feel like YouTube's pursuit of this perfect image that they want has led to such horrible decisions that are anti-creator and anti-free speech, and it just sucks. It really sucks, and there's not really much that we can do about it, unless, you know, Mr. Beast pulls through and is like, I bought half the shares of YouTube and I'm now the CEO. Like, I feel like that's the only thing that could actually happen. Like, if Mr. Beast buys a bunch of shares and tries to help fix YouTube, bro. We need somebody that just has an insane amount of money to just buy out YouTube and be like, yo, I'm gonna fix everything. And that's like literally the only thing that can help us at this point. But yeah, long story short, YouTube is but yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I really don't like to talk about extremely serious things on the channel. I mean, the entire point of my channel, I feel like, is I want to bring people up, not let them down. But I just feel like I really had to talk about this because this affects me directly, really hardcore. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash a fat like on it, and if you're new, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Again, the article that I read off of from the day is linked in the description, so if you want to go read over that yourself, you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, hope you all are having an amazing day. I've been Lofi. Peace, peace.